Good morning, Instagram. We are live now. We're back. If you joined us an hour ago, I was just trying to explore the space, but we're back. Welcome Instagram Live. Welcome to your Saturday morning practice. Good morning. My name is Melissa, and this is Arnaldo, and we are Light and Soul Yoga. Good morning, all my friends. Good morning, and welcome to your Saturday morning practice. Welcome to our space here in Woodstock. We took a little trip outside of New Jersey for our last Instagram Live class of the summer before we kick off our outside summer classes. So Light and Soul will be heading outside. We're going to be heading to Robert Street Park. That's right in Wharton. And if you're in Morris County, it's going to be super easy to get to. If you're outside of Morris County, also super easy to get to, right off of 80 and 46. And so we'll be joining next Saturday from 8:30 to 9:30, every Saturday in the summer. Myself, Arnaldo, perhaps the small child, children, families, welcome for this class. And our classes will be donation-based, right? We are partnering with the Wharton United Community Church in Wharton, and we are donating to their food bank. And we are so happy to make that connection in Wharton and to serve the community and to serve all of you friends. And so, oh, hello, Dad and Son. I had to turn my head sideways. I know. Good. Hello.
Vision Loss Alliance.
And the Vision Loss Alliance. Thank you so much. So I also want to mention the Vision Loss Alliance, who totally donated props for us. So it's really super exciting. We got some mats and we have blocks, limited number, and it's first come, first serve. So we definitely suggest you bring maybe a towel or your own personal mat. But we will have mats to share and to borrow and also to spray down for sanitary purposes, and blocks for sure as well, which are going to be helpful. So please join us. Next Saturday is our first class outside. Hello. Good morning to all of Instagram Live friends that are joining right now. Again, so this is our last Instagram Live Saturday class before we kick off our outdoor summer classes. To get all the information though, follow us here on Instagram and Facebook, but check out the website. So really check out the website. First of all, it's incredible. Thank you to Arnaldo for doing it. lightandsoulyoga.wharton.com. lightandsoulyoga.wharton.com. You can sign up to get a newsletter. We're also going to start virtual classes mid-June. You'll see a schedule. There's also a survey that we'd love for you to fill out. Check the survey. Good morning, KG. Check the survey because we want to know what your needs are. If you're in the area and you want to practice in person or virtually during the day or in the morning or in the afternoon, we'd really love to hear from you. We are hoping if we get our turnout and we are able to build our community up there in Wharton, that maybe come September we'll have a space. Maybe we'll have a physical space. Oh yeah. So again, good morning Instagram Live. Hello, I'm going to send love and peace to everyone that's joining from Woodstock, New York. That's where we are today. So welcome to your practice, and we'll begin. Yeah, it's so nice to have you here. If you're practicing with your family, settle them in next to you. Perhaps your furry friends are joining you as well. That's just wonderful. And we'll start in a seat. And I'd love for you to take a seat that feels the most comfortable for you. Meaning you could be sitting in a chair. You could be on your couch. If sitting directly on the ground feels really steady, then take that seat. You can have your legs crossed. You can also choose to open them or sit in a way that stabilizes you the most. And then how can you get a little bit more present? And so maybe to start, place your palms down on your knees or your thighs, maybe even down to touch the earth. Feel yourself right here in this space. And enjoy a deeper breath in. Can you catch a deeper breath? And then maybe take another one. Fill up full and complete. Yeah. And then go one more deep, full breath, just like that. And perhaps it extends a little bit as you breathe in and softens and empties completely as you breathe out. And you might choose to close your eyes if that helps you to go inside. But if that feels destabilizing, then open your eyes and keep them slightly downward. Perhaps your lashes lower just a bit as you reconnect with yourself, staying super present and aware. paying attention, paying clear and focused attention. Paying clear and focused attention is this sweet and, dare I say, simple sign of love. Right? It's a way that we connect with ourselves and a way that we connect with our outside world. And so stay connected and pay attention. Good morning to all my beautiful Instagram Live friends. If you are joining, we're in a comfortable seat. We'll gather in another deep breath right here, right here. I invite in a full and deep breath. And empty it out. And then you can fold your hands together, and that might mean palm to palm pressed together right at your heart. That also may mean another shape where the palms can press at the center of the chest. And maybe today we work on paying attention to the loved ones around us, to the living beings around us, to the rain, if you're anywhere in this area. And to that sweet intention, you'll hear me sing the sound of Om. It's this joining vibration that links us all together. If it makes sense for you, you can join along. If not, perhaps you listen and feel the vibration. Deep breath right here. Gently bow your head right here, allowing that intention to settle, that vibration to settle. And then maybe, just maybe, a little smile comes to your face. You could lift the corners of your mouth. If you're practicing with a friend or a neighbor or another being in your presence, maybe just give them a smile. Give them a little gentle smile. And then let the eyes flutter open. If they were closed, the hands can come down. And let's start some gentle movement. And you'll start from the top of your head. And so you might turn your head side to side, look around your space, orient to the area around you. You might even tip the chin up a bit to get a stretch across the front of the throat. Maybe the back of the neck as you tip the chin down. But be gentle and careful with yourself as you're moving. Yeah. And then go ahead and get the shoulders involved as well. So you might lift them both up at the same time. You might take one up and then around and down, and then the other up and then around and down. And maybe the head's still moving with you. Notice if there's any tension that you're coming up against. I'd suggest you pay attention to that and be gentle. Be gentle. And then let's start getting the arms involved. So you'll move the arms up over your head. You can reach up here. You might even grab each one of your wrists and sort of take it side to side. And so today the focus of the practice will be to activate, energize the side body, really kind of get into what it feels like from the hip points through the armpit creases. Beautiful. And then lay one hand down alongside of that hip and take a side lean. You got it. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way. And so you might be mirroring Arnaldo, and that's fine. You might be taking your own side here. Don't worry, we have two sides. Play a little bit with your neck, your head, your gaze. Maybe turn the gaze down a bit if it's feeling a little bit intense to look up. You got it. Breathe in. You'll press yourself back up through center. Both arms lift, lift, lift. And then go the other way. So take the opposite hand down, take the side lean. Yeah. And then again, play with your gaze. Look around you, maybe tuck the chin down. Nice. Yeah. Beautiful. Come on up to sit. Come upright. Lower the hands down. And if you had a crisscross leg shape, maybe cross the other way. Or even take the legs out and there's my foot. But maybe just kind of organize your knees a little bit. You might, it might feel like you need a little bit of movement there. And so you're back in a comfortable seat. Again, this can all be done sitting in a chair. So lift the right arm up. Reach it up to the ceiling. You got it. And then bend the elbow and catch the opposite ear. Yeah. You kind of like, you're draping your arm over your head. And then gently pull down right ear towards right shoulder. And walk the left hand out just a little bit further away. It could touch ground. It might not. Be gentle here. Again, so side of the body, but also working through the whole left side of the neck as well. And then turn your gaze down so your nose is sort of toward your armpit there, and maybe grab the back of your head and pull down. Be gentle. Notice if you've clenched your jaw, or maybe unclench that jaw. Soften between the eyebrows. Nice. Return your gaze to center, so center your chin, and then very gently let your head go. So you'll lift up here, and then lower the arm. And then switch, nothing fancy. Left arm lifts. Exhale, bend the elbow, catch the opposite ear, and then pull very gently. I don't even want to say pull, almost like a sort of a gentle sink down of the ear towards the shoulder. And maybe the opposite arm crawls out the other way. You can certainly close your eyes, feel into this stretch, sensation, if you will. And now turn your nose down so you're sniffing at your armpit there. You got it. And pull the back of your skull. Yeah. Gentle here. Breathe always. Breathe always. And then you'll undo this effort. You'll face forward and then very slowly, gently pick up your head. Nice, you'll unwrap your legs. Yeah, do any movement that you need. And let's come into an all fours tabletop position. So that means palms and knees on the earth. Now I will say if you have tender knees, you can always grab a living room blanket or a towel if you need. Oh yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. So a living room blanket or a towel can wrap right underneath your knees. Spread well through your fingers. So see your palms really connect into the mat and take a few rounds of cat and cow. And so cow, meaning the belly drops, the gaze lifts, and then cat is you exhale is the reverse. Yeah, chin drops, the upper back broadens. Keep moving in this direction. And so you're moving from tail to head, right? Tail to head. If you need to go wider in your base, right, with the arms or the legs, then do so. Give yourself stability. You got it. And then pause for a moment, look over your right shoulder. Yeah, right shoulder. And then draw your hips to the right just a bit. So you're making like a little bit of a C curve. Yeah. Nice. Like you're pulling the outer hip towards the armpit. Nice. Woo, that's it. And then come back through center. Look over the opposite shoulder and throw your hips the other way. So you're making this little C curve in the left side, but broadening out through the whole right side of your waist. You got it. Come back to center. Breathe in here. Let's take a child's pose. So come off of the knees. You can either take the knees close together and maybe swing the arms back behind you, or go wide in the knees, throw the arms forward and extend long. Now, if coming down into a child's pose, this is that shape, if it doesn't feel like a restful shape, stay up on all fours, maybe even come to sit. Nice. If you're in child's and this is the shape you've chosen, you'll lift your chest a bit, so lift up onto the fingertips and walk your body over to one side. Doesn't matter which leg. And so you're gonna crawl yourself over past the edge of the mat and lay your body down. You might even go a little bit further where you sort of turn your whole body to that direction. And so you would bend your right elbow and plant the palm right next to your knee and turn your face. You got it. You'll come through center and then go the other way. So you're moving your little child's poses side to side, taking again some side stretches here. Breathe, full and complete. Don't forget to breathe. Lift yourself back through center and then back to all fours. And so you return to hands and knees. You got it. Touch the right toes back behind you. Yeah, that's it. Push into the ball of the foot and then rock just a little bit in this plane here. So you'll slide slightly forward, shoulders past the wrists, and then kick the heels slightly back. You got it. A little bit of movement for the wrists and a little bit of space creating in the back of the leg. Pause and breathe here. And stay centered, shoulders over wrists. Nice. You'll pivot and plant your right heel down, but please heel. Spin the shin out, that's the bottom shin, and then pick up the right arm. You're going to open up here for a supported side plank. Push down into the hand that's touching the earth. You might look up to see your top hand. You don't have to. That might feel really funky on the neck. Continue to press down in the back foot. So that's the one that's back behind you. It's probably the right one. And then the top arm, it's the right arm. Can you swing it over the head? Nice, nice, nice. Find all this length here. Good morning, friends that are just joining. Welcome to the Instagram Live. Last Instagram Live Saturday for Light and Soul Yoga. Take a few swings with that top arm as if you're strumming a guitar. And you don't have to go fast. Or you can if you really want to. But maybe pay attention to your breath as you're moving here. A big old breath in. And then lower the hand down. Keep the back leg extended. For a moment here. Nice. Come up onto the left fingertips. That's the opposite hand. And then maybe lift the back leg. That's an option here. Whoop. You might reach the other arm forward. Oh my goodness. And so you're in an opposite leg, an opposite hand, reach here. And all we'll do is reach. All we'll do is reach. We're going to reach the back leg back and reach the front arm forward. Keep the ribs lifted into the body. And then exhale, lower the right knee, lower the left hand. You're back into all fours. Nice. Give yourself a little wider base on the palms. And then lift the right arm. It's going to go right out to the side to start, right? Notice your shoulder here. Yeah. And then maybe turn the whole body to the right. Maybe you look up and see your right fingers. And then as you exhale, turn your body the other way. Wrap the right arm under the left, like a little thread the needle. Yeah. You might crawl your left fingers slightly forward or rest your head on your hand. Oh, that's a great modification. Just a little way to support your head, really. Your hips are still lifted. Breathe in. And breathe out. Press down to come out of this. Push down in left hand. Unwrap the right arm. You might take that little turn again. Turn the body. The arm can go up. Arnaldo has a really great range of motion here. But you might even just keep your hand on your hip if that feels better for your shoulder. Yeah. And then lower the hand back down. Let's take a child's pose to come out of this shape. And child's pose, again, can look like whatever you want it to look like. It could be outstretched with the arms like this, or you can have your arms tucked behind you. If you need to rest by sitting upright, then do that. Stay present. Pay attention to your breath right here, what it sounds like, what it feels like, how it's moving in and out through your body. And then let's come back and do the other side. So we're coming into all fours. Touch the left toes back behind you. So it's the opposite leg. Opposite leg. You got it. And start to take that movement. You'll go forward and back, kicking through the heel, rocking through the wrists. Yeah, really nice. Keep moving and breathing. And then pause your movement. Pivot and plant your left heel down, but spin the right shin out for support. Roll the left side of your waist up and then maybe reach the left arm to the ceiling. So we're back in that super supported side plank. We're in a plank that's flipped on its side. This back shin here is a really good support. Where is it? There it is. Nice. Stay grounded in your left foot. That's the one at the back of the mat. And now swing your left arm over your head. Reach past the crown of the head and take some circles. And so you'll swing your arm around. And can you follow the breath here? Yeah, you might even follow your hand with your gaze. You might even look to see your hand. Nice. Go one more time and then deliver your left hand right to the earth. As you come back to all fours, keep the left leg back behind you. Come up onto the right fingertips. Okay. Now lift your left leg. That's the one that's back out, stretched behind you. You got it. Now listen, you can stay right here. Stabilize with whatever's touching the earth. Or maybe extend your right arm. So now we're in this balance, working to reach forward, kick back, keep ribs lifted, press down with whatever's touching the ground. Good morning. And please, my friends, don't forget to breathe. You'll lower the hand down, lower the knee down. Now turn your body to the left and take your left arm out to the left. Yeah. And so we're coming into that little turn here. It's a twist, but you might start with your hand on your hip, as Arnaldo's doing right here. You might, if it feels okay, turn your whole body around and maybe lift the left arm up. So that's going to be super intense on shoulder. Just be mindful here. Now as you exhale, counter that as you thread the arm under the body. And can you show this arm with the right arm straight out in front of you? Yeah, so that's an option too. You'll see the opposite arm reaching forward. But if that feels a little funky on your head, you might stack your head on a fist right underneath you. Yeah, that's it. It's called thread the needle. Yeah, it might feel different on the side, so notice that. Pay really clear attention. Again, if your knees are feeling tender, find a living room blanket or a bath towel, especially if you're on a hard floor. Another breath. And then very slowly you'll come out of this. So push down into the hand, unwrap your arm, keep the turn, right? And so again, you might take your hand to your hip, or you might take your arm up and reach here. Yeah, beautiful. As you exhale, lower the hand down. Let's sit back, child's pose one last time before we keep moving. One last time before what? Before we keep moving. From here, lift into all fours. Now we're gonna sort of work our way into our first dog. To start, let's take our hands slightly forward. So maybe walk your knees slightly back and come into a puppy pose, right? We worked on this last week. Hips stay lifted, reach the arms forward. You can sink your chest or your head all the way to the earth. That may feel really intense. It could be really intense on shoulders. Notice what you're feeling in your upper back. So you might wanna lift up just a little bit. Yeah. So maybe you stay here. It's a dog with the knees down. If you want to get into your downward facing dog, walk your hands slightly back, lift up through the ribs, and then pick the knees up as you send your hips up and back. Maybe the legs are straight, maybe they're not, maybe they're bent, maybe the feet are a little bit wider apart. So all of that is fine. You make the adjustments that really allow this pose to sit in your body in the most comfortable way. And notice what you feel. The intensity, the sensation, the breath moving through the body. All of it is good and important. Get curious with what you're feeling. If there's pain, back off, right? If there's pain, back off. Soften the knees if you need. Walk the hands back if you need. Another breath here. Yeah. Beautiful. And then lower onto come to plank pose. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you'll roll forward and come to a plank. That's the top of your push-up. But please also know that you can touch a knee to the earth. That will support you just a bit. Yeah, one knee or both knees. You got it. Maybe you kind of try taking one knee down at a time. You're good? Yeah, breathe in. And then everybody lower the knees right here. The knees touch. Now we're going to work on a little bit of strengthening here. Keep this shape. As you start to lower down the chest, the elbows will bend back in space and then press right back up. So you don't have to go all the way, you don't have to go all the way down. You might just go a quarter of the way. You might go halfway down and then press back up. Go one more time. Follow your breath. Press it down and then press back up. You got it. Nice. Can we come back to downward facing dog? Yeah. It's a choice. You can also stay in child's or all fours. Breathe in. And breathe out. Roll to plank. You got it. Okay. Stay here in plank. Give yourself a breath. And then lower your knees to the ground. Whew. Okay. Give yourself another breath in. You're going to lower down halfway and hold, and then bring yourself all the way to the mat. So you're going to come all the way down. You might need to readjust here. Let the legs go out long behind you. And let's reach the arms back towards our feet. Face is centered, so your nose, your chin are down. And then inhale, pick everything up. So locust, arms float, legs lift. Fly here like a superhero. The neck is long. And then turn your gaze over one shoulder, maybe turn your head. Yeah, you don't have to turn all the way, just make sure your neck feels safe. And then come through center and turn your gaze over the other way. You're still floating and you're still breathing, strengthening the whole back plane of the body. Turn your gaze center and then exhale, lower everything down. Whew, give yourself a breath in here. And a full breath out. Plant your palms onto the mat right underneath your shoulders. Go through a long extended child's pose. So up and back, the hips go up and back. Yeah, and then let's work our way into a downward facing dog. If you want to stay in child's, you certainly can do that. Yeah, beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. And then let's take our feet to the hands. But if it feels easier to take hands to feet, then do that. You're going to meet somewhere where you're in a forward fold. Your body's hanging over your legs. Maybe grab your elbows. You might take your feet slightly wider apart or bend in your knees even. Soften where you can, because this is intense, right? This forward bend, feeling through the backs of the legs, the whole upper back. And then can you soften the head? So let the head hang heavy, crown of the head aims down. Nice. Let go of your elbows and rise up to stand. And come up to stand your way. You might roll up, you might take a long flat back up. Mountain pose as you arrive. You may need to reorganize your legs to restabilize. Breathe in, swing the arms up over your head. They don't have to touch. They also don't have to connect. You can take a wide V if that feels more comfortable for you. You got it. We're going to flow here, taking a modified Sun A. As you exhale, lay down the left arm down the left side of your body and take a side lean over. Remember, we did this in our seat. And it really doesn't matter which way you go because you'll inhale back through center, switch arms and lean the other way. Exhale for the side lean. Push down in the feet, rise up to stand. And then slowly as you bend your knees, take a forward fold here. Yeah, soften as you come down, beautiful. You might need something under your hands here. So maybe that's a water bottle or a block or a book. Look forward as you inhale. Exhale, soften and fold. Soften the knees, hands down. Step your left leg back. Left foot goes back to lunge. And then step back to plank pose, right into plank. So you might come all fours first if you need. Lower the knees to touch the earth and lower onto your belly. Bring yourself down. You got it. Now we'll work into a cobra pose. And so you might take your cobra just like Arnaldo, palms on the earth, lift your chest. You'll come up for cobra. But that may feel a little bit intense, and so you can always come into what we'll call a supported cobra or a sphinx pose, where your chest is a little bit lowered and the elbows are down. Just helps you lift a little bit, maybe get you out of your neck. And then exhale, lower. Bring yourself to tabletop, so you'll push into all fours. Now you have an option. Either stay in table or go to downward facing dog. Right? Table may be enough for you today. Down dog, notice that the head is hanging down below the heart. It's going to be an inversion. Breathe and pick up your left leg. Inhale. Step your left foot up to the front of the mat. And so you might need to help it to get it up there. Yeah. Keep the right hand on the ground. And so you might tent the fingers even on the right hand. Okay, now think same leg as arm. Front leg, whatever leg that is, reach that same arm forward. You're going to reach it by your head. Yes! I want you to reach here, hold here. Left fingers reach forward. Right heel pulls back. And then turn your body to the left. Take a turn here, a little twist. The left arm may go up. You got it. Or back on your hip. Yeah, nice adjustments. As you exhale, lower the hand and you'll step forward. So make a choice on how you transition here. Soften the knees and fold. Rise to stand. Inhale your way up. And then let's take those side leans again. Drop one arm down the side of the body and lean over that way. Yeah, oh so beautiful. Come through center, breathe in. Both arms lift and then drop the arm down the other way and lean the other side. It doesn't matter which side, you have two sides. Rise back up through center and then exhale, take a forward bend here. Soften the knees to get your body over. You might touch shin bones or something out in front of you. The park will have some blocks for you to share. Look forward, breathe here. Fold as you exhale, soften the knees. Just step right leg back to a lunge and make your way to a plank pose. You could do all fours first if you need, and then lower down onto the mat. You can drop knees to help you support the way down. Breathe in either cobra or that supported cobra. That's always a great way to lift your chest with support. You got it. Lower down. And then to all fours is where you head, or to downward facing dog. Child's pose is a great rest as well. So this is warming up the body. It's a modified way to give a salutation, right? Lift your right leg up, thank you. Right leg goes up. And step right leg forward. You might need to help it or step it wide to get it to the front of your mat. Stay here, you're in a lunge. Hey, listen, you can always drop your back knee. I didn't say that on the first round, but to support, you can always drop the back knee. Now keep the left hand on the earth and think same front leg, same front arm, reach that arm forward. Yeah. Find that length, and then turn your body to the right, over the bent front knee. You're in a turn. A little twist here. You got it. Breathe in. Look down as you breathe out. Replace the hand to the earth, and you'll step forward. And so your back foot climbs up to the front, and you fold. You got it. Rise up to stand. Your way up. Move slow. The arms can float overhead. And then let's stand in an equal standing pose here. That means the palms connect right at your heart center, and they could press at the chest, or they can push together in this mudra, this heart seal. It's a way to reconnect, right? Remember, paying attention, a sign of love for yourself, your loved ones around you. And then inhale again, maybe the eyes open, you'll look up. You can reach up if you'd like. And then forward fold as you exhale. So let's move here. You'll look forward as an in-breath. Let the knees soften. I bring the hands down to the earth so you can step your left leg back. And you're going to drop the back heel down. Heel down, yeah. We'll open up for warrior two. It's a warrior two, meaning you're going to be just a little bit wider. Maybe reorient the other way to face forward. You got it. So you're on your right side here. Warrior two, wide stance. I'll come out of the way here. Deep bend through your front knee. Arms go wide. Nice. And then I want you to lean your body forward. Take the top arm over your head and reach that right. Sorry. Come back here, warrior two. Lean slightly forward. Take left arm over your head and your right arm comes out in front of your belly. Look at that, I needed to do it to sort of share what that looked like. So you're floating here. Now press down and reverse the shape, reverse the arms. Lean back, right arm goes up, and maybe reach the left arm in front. Yeah, keep moving like that. So you're gonna flow back and forth from this beautiful extended angle version, and then back up and over to a peaceful variation of your warrior. And then come back forward, so come forward. And then right here, drop the right forearm to the top thigh and swing the top arm over your head. Yeah. And so you're holding here. You've got a little support with your front forearm. Yeah. And you can reach directly up. That is an option. Or you can reach over your head. And as you do that, remember we did that in that little supported side plank earlier. Press down in the back of your foot. Can you feel the length of the whole side of the body? Remember, that's the focus of today. Nice. Maybe here, as you switch your hands, you'll straighten your front leg for triangle. Right hand comes down to the shin bone, front shin bone. And the top arm can either reach directly up or plant on your hip. You're in a triangle shape here. Nice. Remember to always soften behind your front knee so you're not locking it out. You're not pushing on the knee. You got it. Okay, now look down, deliver your top arm to the earth, and then turn your toes in to face the wide side of your mat. No, wide side of your mat. Yeah. Straighten the front leg, come into a wide prasarita. What's happening? Turn your right toes in. Oh boy. Prasarita, right toes in. So we're going to go into a wide straddle. Right, I'm saying things in another language, and it's really just a bad cue on my part. We're going to go wide straddle. That's a little bit easier to understand, right? Your legs are wide. You're facing the wide side of your mat. Now you can fold super deep. That may feel okay for you. You might come up just a little bit, right? You can always bring hands to the earth, straighten the arms. You might even bend your knees just a little bit. Yeah. Nice. And then let's all lift the chest, straighten the arms. Keep the left hand down. And it could land in front of your face on the ground. It could be underneath your shoulder. I want you to turn your body to the right and plant your right palm on your hip. Yeah, we did a lot of this earlier. Now you can stay. This is a little, sort of an open twist here. Or, as we did in all fours, you might take the arm and reach it up. Out or up. Yeah, really nice. Now, if this bottom hand is in need of some support, I'm going to grab this big old bright orange water bottle. If you have something to hold on to, you might grab it right here. I'm always using this hefty water bottle. It's a little garish, but it's good. There you go. As you exhale, be gentle, lower the hand down. Nice. Now look to the right, so that's towards the front edge of your mat. Walk yourself to a lunge, and so you're gonna return yourself forward, swivel all 10 toes forward. Nice, beautiful. Now step forward, and so the back foot comes up and you fold. Nice. And you might orient to the other side of your mat now. And so wherever you are, you're in a forward fold. Breathe in, look forward, soften the knees. Bring the hands down to the earth as you exhale. Step your right foot back behind you. So we're doing the same sequence. We're on the second side. Pivot and plant your back, heel down, foot comes down. You're in a warrior 2 legs. You'll push into the earth, lift your chest, keep the front knee bent as you open the arms wide. Yeah, warrior 2. Yeah, and your gaze can slightly go forward. You can also look forward and keep the chin in line with the chest. Beautiful. And so, nice. And so our first shape is that extended angle. And so lean your left chest forward. Swing the left arm in front of your belly. So we're flowing here. Remember, take the top arm over your head. Push down to come out of it and reverse. Tip back. Left arm goes back as the right arm reaches forward. And so your body's going side to side like a pendulum. Pendulum the chest and side body forward as you reach up and back. And now come through a little peaceful warrior. Reach back, throw the arm in front. You got it. And then last time, and then can you bring forearm to the thigh for a little bit of support here? And so you're resting here. Forearm lands on your thigh. Your legs are still strong. If that top arm is feeling a little funky in the shoulder, you might grab your hip. You might take it over your head and feel all that length. And so that length from the press back of this foot, climb all that energy up through the top arm. You got it. And then look down, we'll transition straight in front leg, left hand to left shin, triangle. And I say shin bone because it comes up a little bit higher. You can always grab an ankle. If you have a block or that water bottle, you could rest your hand on something a little bit higher. And then your top arm, that's your right arm. It could go straight up to the sky. You could also take it to hip. And you might play with your gaze as well. Notice where you want to land your gaze. Give yourself a breath in here. And then look down. Deliver your right hand to the earth. And as you do that, you're going to, again, open to the wide edge of your mat. So swivel the left toes in. You're going to face the wide edge of your mat. Your legs are in a wide straddle. Now, I say wide, but that's relative, right? You can also bring your legs in just a little bit closer. You could soften the knees if you need. Give yourself something to land on. And breathe here. Nice. And then you'll lift your chest. So let the arms straighten, put the hands on the earth. And now the right hand's going to stay on the ground. You might come to fingertips. Turn your body to the left and start with your left hand on your hip or your sacrum, right? The low part of your back right there. Nice. Keep breathing as the hips press back, the crown presses forward, and then you might take the left arm out and maybe like a clock, reach up. Yeah. Now listen, please know your shape is, where all of our shapes are different, right? You might have your knees soft. You might be on a block. You might have your hand on your hip. Another breath. And then gently, slowly unwind yourself. Both hands come down. Look to your left foot. So now you can turn all 10 toes forward and start to make your way forward to your lunge and then step forward. Your back foot comes up. Nice. Bend into your knees right here, and as you rise up, come into a chair pose. So imagine sitting the hips back on an imaginary chair. And then the arms, well, they can reach up like Arnaldo, but you can also reach forward or bring the hands together in prayer. Right? And you can go as deep or as you'd like. You can deepen the knees. You can also lengthen the legs just a little bit. Feel comfortable and stable in your chair. Breathe in here. Now, swing the arms back behind you, so reach towards the back of your mat and tip your chest down just a little bit. Yeah. And really plug the fingers back, back, back. Now, you might stay there, or you might interlace your fingers. So you might have to bend the elbows to catch the interlace. Reach knuckles back. Reach crown of the head forward. Stay with me. My friends, you'll turn your chest to the right and bring your left shoulder towards your left knee. Your hips are going to swing. You might even take a deeper bend in your left knee. You got it. Come back through center and switch. Turn your body to the left. Right shoulder towards your right knee. Right knee moves forward just a little bit to support this. Come back through center. Forward fold. You can keep the arms as they are or let the arms go, meaning the arms can come down and sort of touch the earth. If you like this shoulder sensation right here, keep it. Make sure you softened your jaw. Breathe in. And exhale, empty out. Unlace your fingers, bring them to the ground. Give yourself a breath, look forward. Exhale and fold. Now soften the knees so you can put your hands to the earth and you'll come back either to all fours or to plank pose. So you'll step back one leg at a time and then let's lower down to the mat. You can bring your knees down to support that. Nice, let's rest here. So stack your hands like a pillow and put your face down on your hands. Beautiful. Breathe in. Yeah, and breathe out. Friends, if you're just joining, this is our last Instagram Live Saturday morning class before we prep for our outdoor live classes, like live in person at Robert Street Park in Wharton, New Jersey. Beautiful Morris County. It's a beautiful space, ample parking. We'll have some mats and some blocks to share. We are accepting donations for the Wharton United Community Church and the Vision Alliance. Beautiful, yeah. We'll take the hands along our side body, so they'll come back alongside of you. Remember that locust we did earlier? Right here, breathe in, lift everything up, lift head, lift backs of shoulders, lift arms, lift legs, and you fly here. Feel the toes pull back, feel the fingers plug back, feel the crown of the head pull forward. So there's all this length, nice. Notice if you've clenched your jaw, soften out of that. And as you exhale, lower everything down. You might turn your face to a comfortable side, or maybe go the other way. Beautiful. We're going to prepare for one more of these little back bends, and I'll give you another option. You can also take any of the shapes we did earlier, that cobra or that supported shape. After class, though, my friends, I'd love for you to check out our website, lightandsoulyoga.wharton.com. Fill out the survey. Let us know if you can join us for classes virtually. If you'd like to be in person, we are going to try to open a space. We really want to see you all in person. And so prep here, center your head. The arms will reach back. Now you have an option to interlace your fingers as you lift up. Yeah, so there you go. Clasp the hands. Reach the knuckles back. Lift the chest, lift the legs. Always make a choice where you can soften out of this and take a different variation. It's all yoga. Breathe in here. Feel the shoulders pull away from the ears, crown of the head pull away. Stay with it. Pay attention to how you're feeling. And then on your next exhale, slowly lower down. Beautiful. Again, you can rest your head in any direction. Turn your face to a comfortable side. And soften. And then press the hands underneath the shoulders. You'll slowly press yourself up. Come to all fours first. Take a few rounds of cat-cow to kind of work out that low back just a bit, so you're not just jarring back into a child's, which you will in just a moment. But can you breathe a little bit of space and energy and breath first? And then go right ahead, child's pose. Remember, our hips come down to our heels, but I recognize that this is still very intense on the thighs or the knees. You can always sit up. But this rounding is a way to counteract some of those back bends that you just did. Breathe right here. Empty out. And very slowly sit yourself up. So come up to sit, and you can face front. You'll swing your legs out in front of you. You can sit in really any direction here. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet together first. Okay. Breathe in. Yeah, face forward. And breathe out. Nice. Now you may have your heels really close to your hips or your pelvis. You might not. You might have them just slightly wider apart. That might feel a little bit better. Good morning if you're just joining. We're the end of our class here for Light and Soul Yoga Wharton. Of course, we're in Woodstock. And so keep one knee bent and one heel in close to your body. And extend the opposite leg out. Yeah. And so it looks like a seated tree, but it's a little bit wider. Doesn't matter which leg. And so notice the extended leg. There it is. Sit up nice and tall. So you might have to prop your fingers on the ground behind you or outside of your hip. And then lay the same arm as leg. So the same arm that's, the leg is extended, lay that arm down, reach the opposite arm up and reach over. And so you might stay here and reach. But notice if that feels intense on this top shoulder. You can always, one, bring the hand down to the hip. It's kind of a nice way to hold on to yourself. You can also bring your hand to your shoulder and just sort of find the stretch here. But please do what feels comfortable for you as you drop this outer hip down. Breathe full and deep through the side of the waist. And support your head in whatever way works for you. You might need to look down or turn your head another way. Yeah, or reach up. And it's a side stretch. Remember, we're working side body today. Beautiful. Just as deliberately as you got down into this shape, you'll breathe your way back up to sit and then lower the arms. Now, nothing fancy, switch your legs. Be gentle as you bend one knee in and then extend the opposite leg out. You got it. Can you stay active in your feet? Yeah, super flexed. Breathe in here. And then the leg that's extended, the one that's long, you'll start to lay the side of your body down, reach that arm down. And then the opposite arm, it could go to hip, it could go to shoulder. It could also reach up and overhead. Yeah, you can also hold on to your head for sure. Beautiful. Nice breath in. Steady breath out. And play with your gaze. That means where you're looking. You might turn your head around or down or up, really depending on what feels the most comfortable for your neck. And can you find this shape with integrity, right? So if you need to back off, you back off because it feels safer for your body. It's important to understand and pay attention, right? That's what we're talking about today too, paying attention to what you need. And then follow your breath to sit you back upright. So inhale to sit. And let's return to the knees bent, feet together shape. And so you'll rebend the knees and bring the bottoms of the feet together like a butterfly. Yeah. And you might go wider with the heels or more narrow, close to your hips. It just is a different sensation, so you notice what you want. Sit upright, breathe in. Let your exhale start to take you forward. You might come long with a flat back. You might even round in. Either way, any way, really is right, as long as it feels stabilizing for you. And yeah, use your hands to prop up your head. It'd be nice when we gather together. We do have some props. We got a beautiful donation from the Vision Alliance. Vision Loss Alliance. Sorry, it's the Vision Loss Alliance. I'm so sorry. And they're out of Denville. The Vision Loss Alliance out of Denville. They're not on my notes here. Vision Loss Alliance out of Denville. We just partnered with them to get some props, and we'll be sending some of the proceeds to them, as well as the Wharton United Community Church and their food pantry. And we're really super excited about that, especially to be part of Wharton, because I'm telling you folks, we really want to open a space, and that's our plan. So follow us on the Instagram, on the Facebook, but check out the website and fill out the survey. Let us know what your interests and needs are, and we want to support you. And so very slowly lift yourself up. You were in a fold. I did a lot of talking there, yeah. And take your legs out one at a time. Yeah, take them in and then take them out. Shake out your legs. There's my feet. Shake out your legs a bit. And then we're going to come down onto the back, yeah? So make your way onto your back. Make your way onto your back. Yeah. Whew. Before you rest, you can go into a final rest right here. But before, if you'd like to take some final stretches with us, you might take arms overhead, reach your toes away, and like a big yawn yourself awake and alive, and pay attention to this feeling right here. And then let's bring the arms down by the side, bend the knees, step the feet to the floor. And I want to sort of soften out your low back just a bit. So widen your feet and bring your knees in towards each other. They may touch, they may not, but they'll kind of drop in, feet down. Can you sort of breathe and broaden at the low back space? Yeah. We're together for just another few moments here. We're moving into a few moments of final rest. Now in this practice, it's called Shavasana. It's a way that we integrate this practice in our body. We did this energizing practice to move and to breathe and to really pay attention to the physical body. And now can we let that go to find stillness? So you can stay here, it's an option, or you can bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. You might even touch the shin bones, maybe rock a bit side to side. That might massage low back a bit. You might push the low back into the earth and traction there a little bit. Yeah. Breathe and move as you need. You can come into any final shapes, and you don't need my permission to do that, but please give yourself permission to come into any final shapes. We're good. And that could look like a wide straddle, a happy baby, some kicks with your legs to massage out the back of your leg. You're rocking and rolling, moving around a bit. And then you'll come into a resting shape. And I will offer this, you can rest right on your back, legs outstretched, arms outstretched. But if that's not stable for you or doesn't feel comfortable, you can always come into a side lying Shavasana, kind of curled up on your side. You might also come onto your belly. Yeah, that's a side lying, just like a little curled up position there. You might even come onto your belly. That's always an option too. Rest your head. It's really, it's come onto your back for Shavasana, but honestly, it's really come into a space that gives you the most comfort and ease and support to take a final rest. Can you soften back into yourself just for these next few moments? You might be in a place where it's raining. I think it's raining everywhere. And so you might pay attention to that sound. You might pay attention to that sound around you. You might pay attention to the feel of your skin, your clothes on your body, yourself touching the mat. You might pay attention to your own sweet heart, what it's beating for today. You might pay attention to the big grand world around you, recognizing that we're all unique and different with our own space and landing here in your final rest, but we're resting together. Our hearts are beating together. Right here, invite in a deeper breath. And then empty that breath out, full and steady and complete. You might feel your body breathing right here, the subtle movement. And then with that steady in-breath and out-breath, you'll start to reawaken your physical body. You might turn your head a bit side to side or stretch out through the legs. In whatever orientation you've chosen for your final rest, you might take a full stretch. You can curl over to one side as a pause and to take a moment here, and then in your time, on your breath, you'll make your way back up to sit. And so we'll all join in a seat that feels comfortable for you, that feels steady for you. Legs could be crossed or not. They could be outstretched if you like. And the hands gather together. And I say fold the hands in a way that guides your intention right into your heart. This intention of paying attention. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free and safe. And may our actions, may our words, may our thoughts contribute to their safety, health, and happiness daily. My friends, you'll tip your head down, honor your heart, your own sweetheart, your friends around you, your practice and this practice, the roots of this practice, this yoga practice. The light in me bows to the light in you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. My friends, and I'll call you all my friends, and I hope to see you in person starting next Saturday at Robert Street Park. Again, I'm Melissa, and this is Arnaldo behind me. Namaste. Oh, you're so welcome, my friends. Oh, Deb Kep. I know I know you might be in Morris County someday, so we'd love to see you in the morning. Every Saturday morning at 8:30 for the rest of the summer. Hey, listen, weather's holding up. You're so welcome. Yeah, you're so welcome. We may hit September. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'd love to see you on Saturday morning, starting next week at Robert Street Park. Please check out the website, lightandsoulyoga.wharton.com. Fill out the survey. Namaste, friend. Namaste, friend. Thank you, KG. All levels. I mean, we'll have like a family all levels class, and when I see you in person, I'll know that the kids are there, and it'll be an enjoyable practice. Again, the Vision Loss Alliance, thank you. The Vision Loss Alliance supplied us with some props, blocks, and mats. I'd suggest bringing your own. It is first come, first serve for mats and blocks. We'll have water present on site. Follow us on the Instagram. Follow us on the Facebook. Check out the website, lightandsoulyoga.wharton.com. Fill out the survey. And in just a few weeks, we're starting virtual classes, and we're excited about that. So check out the schedule for that. Again, donations go to the Wharton United Community Church, the Vision Loss Alliance. And to build our community, we'd love to open a space and to have you all and welcome you all together in person. Thank you, my friends, so much. Thank you, my love. And we'll see you next week, next Saturday. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Great job.